So we all know that intervals are a good form of training, but today we're going to show a few examples of how you guys can use them.
And I will be demonstrating the intervals live, so let's go.
Hey, welcome to today's competence video with us at Goat Factory Group. My name is Adrian Skeppy, and today we're going to talk about intervals. We're going to see Coach Martin Skante perform the intervals, and we're going to take it from there. So when doing interval training, there's a few components that's important to take with us. And of course, it is the warm-up, is actually what intensity we have throughout the things, and the rest is actually quite important as well. So Martin, you're about to warm up. Could you take us through some important keys in warming up for intervals?
So when warming up, I like to be in the same spot in case I'm at home or in the park and I don't have a lot of room to work with. So I usually start in the same place. I usually have three components in the warm-up. I have something for my cardio. It could be doing some type of high knees, jumping jacks. Then I'm moving on to some type of mobility work just to get my hips moving, start loosening up. And then lastly, I like to get my muscles working, so it's some type of strength work. This could be lunges, for example. In this way, I've got my heart and lungs ready. I'm feeling flexible and I'm feeling strong before I begin.
All right, very nice. So now that we're warmed up, we're going to start with the first part of our intervals, which is going to be more high intensity. They're going to be shorter, but we'll try to be as explosive as we can. The first part is going to be about 10 to 13 seconds of work and also have a shorter rest. In that case, we're going to really force our heart rate to go up and work with a high pulse. All right,
Nice.
Good job. Well, now that you've done the first part, how does it feel?
I mean, like you said, my heart rate is through the roof. My breathing is strong and I can feel my muscles are in pain. So the short intensity really gets the job done.
All right, well, now that we're done with that one, we're going to go to the next one, which is a medium intensity. So get to the starting point.
All right, let's go.
All right, so what Martin is going to do next is that we're going to work medium intensity intervals, which is keeping a semi-high heart rate and working that for a longer period of time. So the intervals now is going to be at least 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. And then, of course, the rest will increase as well. So that will make sure that our muscles go through a lot more of endurance type training. All right, welcome back.
Thanks.
So what was the big difference between this one and the previous one?
Well, of course, it was a lot longer, so it was hard to actually push myself for that long. And if I push myself too hard, my muscles will start cramping. So it's important to keep the pace down a bit.
Exactly. All right, so for the next round, it's going to be longer intervals. So what you need to do now is prepare for that. But you got some more rest.
I'm looking forward to that.
So get to the starting area and then we'll take it from there.
All right.
All right, so the next part now, Martin is going to do longer intervals. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work from about 2 minutes up to 4 or 5 minutes. And what this does, it challenges our so-called VO2 max. And that is our body's capacity of taking in oxygen and putting that into our muscles. So this is something that we can do that works a lot for longer endurance type athletes or exercisers. So take me to you. All right, the last one.
Yes.
How did this one feel?
I mean, I like it, but it's tough. The breathing really gets you going, and it's a long time.
I know.
So, I mean, the chest is like...
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good because now we got to see some different types of intervals, and benefits with interval training is being able to get our heart rate up, getting, well, this type of fatigue, but during a shorter period of time. We don't have to go out and run for an hour, 2 hours just to get the same effect. So that's why intervals are actually good for us and easier to kind of get into a busy schedule as well.
Exactly. I mean, it strengthens our heart and lungs, which is a great thing for our health.
All right. So there you guys have it. A few different kind of tips of what kind of intervals to use. We got a little shorter, medium, a little longer. My recommendation is to do them, well, split or actually mix them up together. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode and stay tuned next week for some more. And until then, take care.